Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your mid-month reading. Now I did say in July, I think it was about July, that I'd be doing a reading for Scorpio, well all of the signs, two readings per sign. I'm coming back with a mid-month one for your second reading. So each month you'll have two readings. Gypsy Tarot will be your love reading for the month, and the Celtic Cross will just be a general, alright? So generals can touch on absolutely anything. So if it happens to be love again, I do apologise. It might not, it might be something entirely different. Basically this month I'm doing it mid-month because I didn't have a chance to upload the start of the month, okay? So we're doing it from the 15th to the 31st. For your reading, guys, I'm choosing to use the Golden Tarot. Beautiful. I've had this deck a long time, but it's absolutely stunning. And I didn't really want to use it because when you use tarot cards too much, the sides get scuffed and they can get a bit manky and ruined. I didn't really want to do that. But I thought I'd use it this month because it's such a lovely deck of cards and I really want to show you guys what they look like. This will be for your main Celtic, so the 10 cards. I'll also use clarifiers from this deck, Scorpio, for the past and present situations. The other deck that I'm using this month is the After Tarot. So let me just get these. The After Tarot is gorgeous because what it shows is what happens a moment after the first card. So usually the Two of Cups, you can see from the picture on the deck, usually the first card shows two people are clinking glasses, and that's really about an agreement, a negotiation, people saying actually I really like you, it's about going out on a date, that type of thing. Here it shows a real sort of togetherness and a bond, people who are hugging each other, that type of thing. So it can show forgiveness, it can show really falling in love, really falling for someone, that type of thing, okay? So I use these cards because they're future positions. I use them in the future position. So I use them for the most likely outcome position. I use them for the immediate future, influences coming in, the hopes and fears, and the overall outcome. Okay, so without further ado, let's make a start on your reading. So, Universe Spirit. Just grounding myself here, guys. Universe Spirit, show me Scorpio. Show me Scorpio in the last 2 weeks of August 2015. Show me Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the last 2 weeks of August 2015. August 15th to August 31st. Show me. Alright, so I've shuffled the cards, guys. I'm going to split the deck into 3, like so. I'm going to collect it back up, like so. And what we're going to do is start laying the cards down. Right, the Ace of Coins is the focus for the last 2 weeks in August 2017, and it's lovely. I love the Ace of Coins because it's about new money and new life, because the Ace of Coins is that. The coins represent money, livelihood, and they're pentacles, by the way. They represent money, livelihood, status, even with the Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins can represent, purchasing something. So maybe you're looking into, it's a concept. So the aces all represent something new. Okay, so when you get the Ace of Coins, it's about something new, new money. You might be receiving money with this. You might be having a concept to do something new, to purchase something new. It's about planting a seed is the Ace of Coins. So I feel that your focus for the last 2 weeks is on new beginnings, but it's in new beginnings in terms of long-term gain. So when you get the Ace of Coins, this can be whereby you're investing in something here because you're looking at the long term with the Ace of Coins. It's one of the best cards that you can get in the tarot. Let's have a look at what's influencing this though. Well, you've made a judgment on something, which is why your focus is the Ace of Coins. Some of you guys, it might be that you've received a judgment, which is why the focus for the last 2 weeks, it might be on money. So some of you guys might be getting some sort of money back, because judgment is a decision being made, okay? And it could be as a result of it, because this is the crossing card, so this is what the direct influence is on this area here, the Ace of Coins. So some of you guys, it might be a judgment in which, with the Ace of Coins, the focus might be on receiving something. Ace of Coins is receiving money usually, not unless it's aspected maybe by some nasty sword card or something like that, like a Ten of Swords. But usually it's about receiving money. For some of you guys, it might be that you've gone through a time of awakening, a rebirth, in which your focus is on laying down some seeds, or laying a seed and watching it grow, as it were, because it might be that your focus is on something in the long term, but it's really just a small focus at the moment. What's the root issue for this Ace of Coins? Well, the Ten of Swords. Some of you guys have been betrayed. You might have been feeling sad, you might have been feeling hurt, you might have been feeling defeated, but as a result of that, the focus for the month is something to do with the long term, because you've got this ace, but it's a very small concept at the moment, because aces represent seeds. And when it's a seed, it's something that's small, and you've got to watch how it grows and how it develops. So there might be some very small, if we were to look at the ace and use the word small, and the coins to represent developments, it might be something to do with the small developments that you're looking at here. But it's as a result of you guys, the situation in the past, or the root cause of this being that you've been let down by a certain person or in a situation. The recent past, Scorpio, shows 8 of coins. So you guys have felt the need to work very hard. Alright, but it's as a result of this. So the root energy is, I think some of you guys might have been feeling betrayed. You might have been feeling very hurt. You might have even been feeling disappointed, let down, possibly even depressed with that 10 of swords. In which some of you guys might have felt the need to work really hard. It could be to throw yourselves into work with the 8 of pentacles. It could be to work on yourselves, to work on new projects. Because the crossing card is that a judgment was made. So there was some form of a judgment around you guys, in which your focus is now on the Ace of Coins. Making money. I mean, for some of you guys, it could have been a court judgment, something like that. Who knows? All right, maybe you're needing to make money to pay money or something like that. Let's have a look at the most likely outcome if things carry on the way that they're going. What would be the most likely outcome for the last 2 weeks in August? Well, temperance. You'll achieve balance, basically, is what temperance is. The temperance card represents the need to achieve some form of balance or equilibrium. It can also mean the need to make some form of adjustment within your life. That's the area here that speaks about, I mean, the cross part is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's, and this area here is the cross. So this is what's dealing as a result of this. But this is the anchor part coming in. We're going to have a look at the immediate future. 5 of Swords. So some of you guys, it's interesting when you get the 5 of Swords coming in the latter stages of August, Scorpio, because the 5 of Swords represents, on this card it shows somebody who's bored. They've won a victory and now they're over it. So you'll experience this with the 5 of Swords. It could be you. It could be you, the one here, that you've overcome something here. Because this card is almost like, well, I've won this dispute, this fight, now I'm over it. Okay, so it's not a sense of futility. This person's just kind of like, well, what's next? What's next? Because they're not particularly bothered. It's almost like it's something that they're used to doing. So I think that you're going to experience the 5 of Swords. It's a difficult card to work out who is who, whether you're the people running away or whether this is you here standing in victory. But there's no real excitement for some reason with that card. We'll get more clarity on that one. You guys in the second 2 weeks of the Star. So that's good. The Star card represents that you're feeling hopeful. All right. You're feeling inspired. I think you've got some great aspirations here with the Star. And I think it's because here there's some form of defeat, or maybe you were betrayed or let down in a situation, Scorpio. You've been throwing yourselves into hard work with the 8 of Coins, because what's happening here with the influences that you've seemed to have been made, there's some form of a judgment that was around you. But as a result of that, your focus is on the 8 of Coins. And the 8 of Coins is new beginnings, but it's new beginnings that have the potential to have longevity to them. In which the most likely outcome will be that if you carry on from here to here, here, and here, you'll have this peace, healing, respite, and balance. Coming in is some form of a dispute with the 5 of Swords. Not sure what that is yet, but what you'll experience is the 8 of Wands. It's showing some progress is coming to you. It could be messages, it could be progress, it could be travel with the 8 of Wands. What are your hopes? Well, your hopes are the High Priestess. Hopes with the High Priestess are to use one's intuition to great effect, alright? So the High Priestess is to really, sometimes this is to take time out, to sit something out until you work out what it is that you need to do, because she's a passive card and she doesn't really act until she knows that it's the right thing to do. And what's the outcome for you? Well, you've got the Ace of Wands. I don't really like the picture on the Ace of Wands here because it looks like some form of a temptation is coming to Scorpio. The Ace of Wands represents something new, exciting, I feel, when I look at this deck of cards in the Golden Tarot. Yes, Ace of Wands is a new beginning showing up here, but it could also be that there is some form of short-term excitement or some form of excitement coming to you. I don't know what that is just yet. We're going to get clarity on this card and see why you guys are the Star. Why is Scorpio the Star? in the last 2 weeks of August? Why is Scorpio the star in the last 2 weeks of August? Show me. Because of the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel that you guys are the star here. I think that this is you guys being quite aspirational about something, and it's because of the Seven of Pentacles. It could be that you're feeling positive about something here, Scorpio, with the star. It might be because there's something that you're waiting for. Seven of Coins means to wait, often. All right, you can look at the picture on the card. This is why I get cards with pictures on them, because what they show are the faces, and this person is waiting. They're waiting, or they're evaluating something here. So it might be that you're feeling quite inspired. It might be because you've been evaluating something. It could be something that you've invested in. Or it could be that you're the star. You've got some high inspirations for something, aspirations for something. It could be something that you're waiting for with this Seven of Coins. Let's have a look at why you're the Ten of Situation is the Ten of Swords. Why is the root energy the Ten of Swords for Scorpio? Why is the root energy the Ten of Swords for Scorpio in the last 2 weeks of August? Because of the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks like some of you guys, there might have been a betrayal. It could have been something to do with money. Ten of Pentacles is money, but it could have also been something to do with a long-term relationship or a family situation. I just want to get some more information on what that Ten of Pentacles is about. What is that Ten of Pentacles about? What is that Ten of Pentacles about? Well, it's about the Three of Wands. I think somebody turned their back on a relationship or a family situation, because you've got the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about somebody who turns their back on something and they're looking in a new direction. It could also be because the Three of Wands is a number 3. You've got 3 people. It could be that somebody turned their back on a relationship and looked for something else. They launched something else with that Three of Wands. I think you're feeling let down. It's about a family or a relationship situation here, and that's because of the Three of Wands. Somebody looked in another direction here. Three of Wands represents somebody turning their back on a relationship. Could have been a long-term relationship, a marriage, for example, a union, but somebody looks like they turned their back on it, and that's why you're feeling let down here. I want to see what this person turned their back for. What did this person turn their back for? What did this person turn their back for? Well, they turned their back for new love. Page of Cups is new love. They turn their back for a new adventure, something new. Page of Cups is usually about new relationships, because with the pages they're new, and Cups are about relationships, new love. So somebody might have turned their back for new love here with the Page of Cups, in which you guys seem to be throwing yourselves into work. And let's have a look at why you're throwing yourselves into work. Let's have a look at why this card is showing up in the recent past. Because of the Ace of Swords, alright? So it might be that you guys are working hard. It could be because of a new idea that you've had. Ace of Swords is a new idea, alright? It could be that you're working hard on your own mental clarity, because the mental clarity card is the Ace of Swords. I'll see why the Ace of Swords is showing up. What is the Ace of Swords trying to tell us? What is the Ace of Swords trying to tell us? The King of Coins. So it could be something to do with finances, for example, or financial improvement. So some of you guys, it might be in the recent past you've been really working hard with that Eight of Coins. Why have you been working hard? Might be that you've had a new idea coming with the Ace of Swords. What is that new idea? It could be about financial improvement with the King of Coins. For some of you guys, it might be that you've been working hard. Well, what have you been working hard? Ace of Swords is not new relationships. Ace of Swords is either new ideas, or it's new struggles, for example, or it's mental clarity sort of thing. So you might have been working hard. Why is that? Because it might be that your mental clarity is telling you that you need to secure yourself or protect yourself with finances, perhaps with this King of Coins energy. Might be that you've been working hard. Why are you working hard? Ace of Swords is also to cut out. Might be that you've been working hard on cutting out the person that did it. King of Coins could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus individual. If this isn't a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, then this is somebody who's possibly not contacting you, because King of Coins represents a very cautious, very kind of guarded individual in the tarot as well. Your crossing card is the influences. The crossing card is Judgment. Let's have a look at why there's judgment here. Why is there judgment here? Show me. Because of the Devil. So some of you guys, it might be that you've made a judgment. Okay, you've gone through a rebirth period here with the Judgment card, and that's because of the devil. It might have been something that you were very attached to, very bonded to, because devils often show up when you're still very bonded to an individual. I want to see why this devil shows up though. What can you tell us about the devil? What can you tell us about the devil? Show me. Page of Wands. Okay, so we've got you guys. The influence is for why you're looking at new prospects, because the Ace of Coins is also new prospects as well. Could be because you've made a judgment. What have you made a judgment on? Well, you've made a judgment on a devil. Could literally be a devil, somebody that was in your life that wasn't very good, because devils usually show up as people who are not very nice in the tarot. And why is this person perhaps not very nice? Because of the Page of Wands. Might be that their love was fleeting. Page of Wands shows an enthusiast, but as soon as this person gets really enthusiastic, they tend to burn out again. Let's have a look at why your focus for the last 2 weeks in August will be the Ace of Coins. Why would the last 2 weeks be the Ace of Coins? Why is the focus the Ace of Coins for the next 2 weeks for Scorpio? Because of a King of Swords. King of Swords. For some of you guys, it could be a new relationship because you're focusing on a new prospect. Ace of Coins can be new prospects. Why is that? Because of a King of Swords. So this could literally be another person here. It could be an air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius. For some of you guys, you might be looking to go into business. Ace of Coins is money. All right, it's a new financial prospect. It could be that has the potential for long-term gain. Could be with a partner, for example, a partnership maybe with a King of Swords. I want to get some clarification on who King of Swords is. Who is this King of Swords? Who is this King of Swords? Who is this King of Swords? Oh, he's somebody who's worried. Nine of Swords. Why is this person worried? Why is this person worried? Because of information that hasn't been sent. That's interesting. Page of Swords represents limited information. So this person doesn't send information, and it's saying that your focus for the next 2 weeks, this might not be what you're focusing on. It might actually be what's around you in the next 2 weeks. The focus of the last 2 weeks of August is about new potential. Well, what's that new potential? It's about a person, a King of Swords. Why is this King of Swords showing up? Because he's worried. Why is he worried? About not contacting you. It looks to me like there's somebody around you, Scorpio, that wants to have contact. That's how it looks to me. Because it's showing that there is a new potential coming in. The focus will be on a new potential that comes to Scorpio, Ace of Coins. Alright? And that new potential is showing an individual, a King of Swords. But why is that person showing up? Because they're worried. Why are they worried? They're worried about not contacting you. Page of Swords. And we can see here that you guys have been working hard. And why have you been working hard? It might be because you've needed to cut somebody out. Ace of Swords, forget. Because Ace of Swords means to forget. It means severance. And because it's to do with the mind, sometimes I read this card as somebody who wants to forget something. Why do you want to forget someone? Well, it's because of a King of Coins. And that King of Coins can be somebody who's reticent. King of Coins, what happens with the tarot sometimes, Scorpio, is that you have these characters showing up because they're archetypes of what people do. So, for example, a King of Coins, if somebody were to say to me, will so-and-so come back to me, and I get a King of Coins in the outcome, I might say, well, it'll take probably a long time, because the person is showing as being very cautious and very reticent on a situation. All right, they'll show as being very reticent. A King of Swords shows somebody who's clearly thinking. A King of Cups is somebody who's emotionally available. A King of Wands is somebody who wants to go for it. They're very passionate. They're very determined. So they'll usually just go for something. So they're archetypes of a personality. And I think that we're possibly looking at the same sort of person here. If we look at the cards, you guys are the stars. So you're hopeful about something. Why are you hopeful? Because you've been waiting with the Seven of Coins. The root energy is, well, what are you waiting for? You've been hurt, Ten of Swords, let down. Why were you hurt? Well, it was about the Ten of Pentacles. Could have been money, but I think this is a family situation or a relationship situation, something that was built here with the Ten of Pentacles. And why is that? Because somebody looked in a new direction. Why did they look in a new direction? It was because of a possible new romance, Page of Cups. As a result of that, you guys seem to be working very hard with the Eight of Pentacles energy. Why are you working hard? Because you want severance of the mind. This isn't just about clarity, but this is also, you might also be working very hard because this is helping you. Why is it helping you? Because you need clarity. Why do you need clarity on why somebody's staying away? But I don't think that this is clarity. I think you want to forget with this Ace of Swords. You want to sever ties, but it's severing ties with the King of Coins. Could be an air sign, could be an earth sign, but it's not always the case. It can be any sign. It just shows a personality, an archetype. So it might be that you're working hard with the Ace of Swords to cut something out mentally. What is that? A King of Coins. Why is this person showing as a King of Coins? Because they're not contacting you. King of Coins are people that are very reticent. They're very cautious. All King, Queen, Knight, Page, cautiousness with the coins. As a result of that, you guys, the energies, the influence, the crossing card is, that's influencing this situation here, is that there's been a judgment made. All right. Now, this is not your judgment. This must be the person's judgment, because the judgment's been made. And what's the judgment made on? The devil. All right. So they might be tempted. Now we read this as temptation, I feel. What's that temptation? It could be to send you a nice message, Page of Wands. And therefore, as a result of that, it might be Scorpio. That's why around you in the next 2 weeks of August could be a window of potential with the Ace of Coins, a new potential. And why is that? Because of a King of Swords now goes from being a cautious individual to a clear thinking individual. So there's new potential. Why is that? There's a person here who's now thinking clearly. Why are they thinking clearly? Because they're worried. Why are they worried? They haven't sent you a message. Page of Swords. The most likely outcome, if things carry on the way that they're going, is the Temperance Energy. And let's have a look at what the Temperance Energy is about. What is this Temperance Energy about? What is this Temperance Energy about? All right, there could be a reconciliation here. You've got Temperance, which means to reconcile. And why is that? Because somebody's offering you something, more than likely Knight of Cups. I'm going to get these other cards, actually. I forgot to use them. Let's have a look at what it is. What are you trying to tell us with the Knight of Cups? What are you trying to tell us about the Knight of Cups? The most likely outcome. The Seven of Cups in the After Tarot. And this shows somebody who wants to take something. Somebody who wants the object of their desire. So I feel, but it's a snake. He's got a snake around his waist. He's tempted. He's taken, if you look at here, on the usual Seven of Cups, what it usually shows is a cup that's filled with jewels. And it's the jewels that the person's looking at, but it's far away from them. It might be the most likely outcome is this person comes back. There's a reconciliation with the Temperance Energy, trying to work things through. And why is that? Because this person wants to offer you love, Scorpio. Why do they offer you love? They're being sneaky. Seven of Cups here. They're being sneaky. They want to take this thing. They're going to take it. It's no longer out of the reach. They might think it's an easy thing to do, for example. They've got a snake round their waist. I don't think this person can possibly be trusted. But that's only if things carry on the way that they're going. All right? In the first sort of few days or week of the last week of August. Let's have a look at why we've got this Five of Swords coming in. Why have we got this Five of Swords coming in for Scorpio? Why have we got this Five of Swords coming in for Scorpio in the latter stages of August? Show me. Because of strength. And on the strength card here, we can see a strong bond. But the problem is, why does the third swordman look so bored? That's the problem. It could be that what you'll experience, somebody who's backing down on something here. Why? Because of strength. We need to get some clarity on what this strength card is. What is the strength card about? What is the strength card about? The Emperor. Somebody who's relaxing the rules. This Emperor is King of Coins and King of Swords. This Emperor is King of Coins and King of Swords here. I think they're the same person showing up in the reading, but just at different stages of their analysis and psyche over this situation. They've given up something. They've given up some form of a fight here with the Five of Swords. And also, if this person was looking in a new direction for love, then this is the person you're experiencing here. They're bored. They're bored and they're sending somebody else off. And that's why they're coming back, because they're bored. Why are they bored? Well, and what's this about? Strength. Maybe they thought there was something better with you with the Strength card, because they're the Emperor. Maybe they can relax around you with the Emperor energy. This Emperor energy is relaxing the rules. So on the After Tarot, in the first tarot, we saw the Emperor sitting very proud on his iron chair. In this one, he's letting one of the rams in front of him, and he's kind of a little bit more relaxed on the card. So this person seems to be relaxing the rules on a situation. Let's have a look at why you've got the Eight of Wands coming in. Why will Scorpio experience the Eight of Wands? Why will Scorpio experience the Eight of Wands coming in? Right. It shows that you've got progress coming. Why? You seem to be leaving childish things behind. There seems to be a little bit of maturity here. The only thing I can think of, I do have the other deck. I mean, I bought this pack again, Scorpio, and I bought it because it had the instruction book to tell me what the meanings were, what the author thought the meanings were for, you know, these cards. But the meanings are, I think they're terrible. They seem to explain what the normal meaning is. For me, when I look at the card, and I think the beauty to the After Tarot is looking at the card and looking at what the picture is telling you. These children are putting their toys away. All right? They're putting something away. They're putting childish things away. All right? It's time to go into the parents. The mother is calling the children into the home. So it's time to go home and put childish things away. So you might have progress with this individual, potentially, because perhaps they're leaving something behind. Maybe this person's gone off for whatever reason to sow their oats or to do whatever it is, but maybe they found that the grass wasn't greener on the other side, for example. But we want some clarity on what this Six of Cups is about. What is this Six of Cups about, Scorpio? The High Priestess. It could be something to do with intuition, but it could also something to be with do with secrets. It looks to me you've got progress here. Why is there progress coming in? Because there's no more game playing. Can you see the children aren't playing games anymore? There's no more game playing. And why is that? Because of the High Priestess. Might be something to do with the person's intuition, for example. But I'm going to get more clarity on that High Priestess and why we've got that High Priestess there. Let's have a look at why the High Priestess comes in. Because this person's fought their fears. And it's a sword card. It's this King of Swords. I'm sure of it in the reading. There's no more game playing, I feel, for some of you guys with an individual that comes back to you. And I'm pretty sure it's someone that comes back because the root energy, the root cause of everything is these cards here. It would seem to me that the Eight of Wands is saying that there's progress in this relationship for some of you. But the problem is that this person still has a problem because they're the Seven of, more than likely, the most likely outcome is this Seven of Cups. This person is taking, they found it easy to take the object of their desire because they're being sneaky with the snake around the waist. So they're giving in to temptation as well. But that snake bothers me. You should see progress with this person because they want to put childish things away. And why do they want to put childish things away? Because of the High Priestess. It might be that their intuition is telling them to do this. And what is their intuition telling them to do? They need to fight their fears. I want to see what their fears are. What is this person's fears? What is this person's fears? The Seven of Coins. And the Seven of Coins is a card about, usually it's about waiting. So the person that puts the investment, they look at their investment and they're just waiting for it to grow. Or evaluation. On this card, this person is taking a portion of what's being built up. So I feel that this person is putting childish things away. The progress comes in Scorpio when whoever this person is puts their childish play away. So if they're a player, they're deciding not to be a player anymore. And why is that? Because their intuition is telling them with this Nine of Swords that they've got a problem. And what is that problem? It's about taking whatever it is that they've built up and doing something with it. because it looks to me like someone around you seems to run away when the going gets tough, or if they get bored of something, they seem to go. But it looks like for some of you guys, someone is coming back and they're trying to make some form of an effort. Why is the hopes or fears the High Priestess for Scorpio? Why is the hopes or fears the High Priestess for Scorpio? Right, it's your intuition that is bothering you, because this person is a Knight of Wands. What can you tell us about the Knight of Wands? What can you tell us about the Knight of Wands? Yeah, the Knight, you don't trust them. Can you see that Nine of Wands? This person on the Nine of Wands here, this is you, Scorpio, probably, and you're looking at this person here, and you're saying, what are you up to? Can you see that? You, Scorpio, are here on this card. Look at it. You're here with the band-aid. You've been hurt. And you're looking across at this person, you're saying, what are you up to? And they're saying nothing. And they won't look you in the eye. Now, when you don't get eye contact from an individual, Scorpio, you know you can't trust them, right? So you guys, it might be that your fears are that you've got a strong intuition. What is that intuition? That's your fear. It's your actual intuition. That this person is a Knight of Wands because they can't be trusted. There's something very suspicious about this individual that you guys don't trust. And the outcome, therefore, for the last 2 weeks in August is the Ace of Wands. And why is the outcome the Ace of Wands for Scorpio? Why is the outcome the Ace of Wands for Scorpio? Because of the Four of Wands. Sorry, Five of Wands. And this shows someone who's won a dispute. And let's have a look what that dispute is about. Over the family. Okay. To me, it seems the outcome is you take a risk, because this is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands for me on this card is very unclear in how it looks in the Golden Tarot. It is about a new beginning that could be coming in for you guys, but you're tempted to take it. If you look at this person here with the Ace of Wands, they're saying come hither. They're going come here, like this. So this is, for me, you guys tempted to do something here with this Ace of Wands energy. Alright? But it bothers me that this is an Ace of Wands, because Ace of Wands is a new passion. Alright? So it can be that the overall outcome is there is new passion within this relationship with this Ace of Wands. But what's that about? Because somebody won a dispute, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was you. Because the Five of Wands usually shows people who are in dispute and arguing. But you've won some form of a dispute because it's the last man standing. And that's because of the Ten of Cups, finding some form of emotional balance within this relationship. But I want to see what that Ten of Cups is based on, why we've got the Ten of Cups. Why do we have the Ten of Cups? Why do we have the Ten of Cups? Because that can mean that you say goodbye as well. Because of the Three of Wands. I want to see why because of the Three of Wands. Why because of the Three of Wands? The Hermit. Alright, I think that this might be something that's fleeting for some of you guys, because even though the Ace of Wands represents new passion, it can be kind of like a little bit of a flash in the pan as well when I read the Ace of Wands. And that's because I think that you are standing up for your rights here, Scorpio, with that Five of Wands. Why are you doing that? Because I think that you're quite emotionally fulfilled and balanced within yourself. And why is that? Because you've got the sensibility to let something go. And why is that? Because of the Hermit. Alright, and the Hermit card is somebody who's done a lot of kind of inner reflection on themselves. Alright, now if it's the other way around and this is the person that's back, the Hermit, they might seem like a friend. They've got the dog by them, but it's a friend that can't be trusted because there's a snake. So if you decide to enter into this new thing with this individual, I feel it will be because you think that you've won a dispute. What's that dispute based on? Having a fully rounded relationship with this person because of the Ten of Cups. And why the Ten of Cups? Because you're launching something new. And what are you launching that's new? With the Hermit. Possibly the person that reevaluated and came back. Okay? For some of you guys, it might be that if somebody's moved out, they're moving back in. Because this person seems to have belongings with them as well. Animals, that type of thing. Some of you, it's you're letting go because you know what's good for you. For some of you, you'll let somebody back in. We're going to do the reading again. Alright. One more time. Scorpio, the last 2 weeks of August show you guys feeling hopeful that you're the star card here. Why are you the star? It could be over something that you've invested in that you're waiting on. 7 of coins. The root energy seems to be that you were hurt. 10 of swords. You were betrayed, let down. Why were you hurt? Well, it's around, what was this hurt about? A family situation, I feel, with this 10 of coins. What was it about the family or the relationship situation? Somebody turned their back. 3 of wands for something that they thought was better. What did they think was better? New love, new relationship. Page of cups. As a result of that, I think that you guys have been working hard. What you've been working hard on is to forget. Ace of swords. Why are you trying to forget? Somebody that's not coming forward. Could be a could be an earth sign, king of coins, male or female, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this can also be an archetype. And if it's an archetype, then this is somebody who's very reticent. All right, they're very cautious. So this person might not be contacting you with that king of coins sitting there. However, the influences for what you'll experience are showing, or what the general energies will be around for the last 2 weeks in August, is someone who's made a judgment. What have they made a judgment on? Well, it's the devil. Some form of temptation maybe with that devil, or a bond. Why is that? Because they want to send a message. Page of Wands is a messenger, which is why the focus for the last 2 weeks in August will be, sometimes the focus cards can be things that you don't see, and they're just things around you. There's a new potential coming in, I feel, for Scorpio. Well, what's that based on? It's based on a clear thinking person. I think this is the same king of coins here. Recently, this person's been cautious around you, but now they're clearly thinking. They want to make communication here, but why are they showing up? Because they're worried. Why are they worried? Because perhaps with the Page of Swords, they've been withholding information from you. They've not been contacting you with that Page of Swords. And therefore, the most likely outcome, if things carry on the way that they're going, for August will be reconciliation, temperance. Why is there a reconciliation? Because you're being offered love. Knight of Cups. Why are you being offered love? Because this person's a bit sneaky, alright? They think it's going to be something that's easy to do. They take the plunge. You can see on the original Rider-Waite version of this card, Scorpio, that this person's looking at this thing of desire, and they're saying, oh, it's out of reach. But what they now think is, this isn't out of reach, and I'm going to be sneaky, and I'm going to take it. Alright, they're tempted, and they act on the temptation here. Alright, so this person is offering love because they're acting on the temptation. Suddenly you're the apple of that person's eye, probably again, Scorpio. What you'll experience coming in is the 5 of swords. And I think that this 5 of swords person is the same king of swords and the king of coins. This person gives up the fight. So you'll experience somebody, I feel, that comes back because they've had their fun. They've sent a couple of people off. They've had their fun and they're thinking, well, what was the point in all of that? And that's because they may feel that they had a stronger bond with you with the Strength card. Why is that? Because as an Emperor, they're able to just relax. And just to, the Emperor after, in the after tarot, shows somebody who's relaxing the rules a little bit here. Alright? So they're not, when you get Emperors, they're people who are very serious. So when they make a decision, here this person didn't want to contact you. They'd held back a bit with the King of Coins energy. And here it's kind of like, oh, well, I'll relax the rules because I don't have anything better to do. My fun is gone now. So I think I'll go back to Scorpio maybe because I was stronger with that individual. All right. And also there's a sense of being pampered, I think, with this individual. The person might be a Leo, for example. A Leo or an Aries, because you've got the Leo card of Strength and the Aries card of the Emperor. And this person's feeling more relaxed maybe in your company. What you experience coming in might be progress. 8 of Wands. Why is there progress? Because this person might be putting away childish things. 8 of Cups here. The 6 of Cups here. They're putting away the game playing and they're running home. Can you see? This person's putting away the game. Children are playing a game here with the 6 Cups. But they're putting away the game when somebody calls them home. So it's kind of like progress because this person's no longer playing or cheating or whatever it is that they're doing because they're going home. And why is that? Because their intuition may have told them with the High Priestess that they need to fight their fears. And their fears were around the 7 of Coins. Instead of waiting and looking at and evaluating what they've invested with you, they might say, well, you know what, maybe I ought to start, working on this investment, which is what this is. However, your fears are your intuition with the High Priestess. You've got great intuition here, and that intuition is based on this person's a player, Knight of Wands. Why are they a player? Because you simply don't trust them. They've got something that they're hiding here, and you want to know what it is, Scorpio. The outcome shows, well, you might take a risk with this Ace of Wands. It's very tempting because this Ace of Wands, if you look at it, it's got a kind of devilish looking angel and it's saying, come here. So it might be that you're very tempted to do something. And what would that temptation be based on? Well, winning a dispute in a relationship, 10 of Cups, all right? Because it seems that you're launching something, and you might be launching something with this person that comes back. Hermits show in outcomes as per people that are re-evaluating something, and the Hermit is pointing its lamp towards that Three of Wands. So it's re-evaluating, launching something probably again with you. For some of you guys, it might be, yes, the outcome is some form of temptation to start something new with this Ace of Wands, but it will be because the Five of Wands, for some of you guys, it might be that you're standing in your power. It might also be that with the Ace of Wands, this is just sort of a fleeting thing. Ace of Wands can also represent a new epiphany. So some of you guys might have that light bulb moment go on with that card as well. Why is that? Well, maybe you're standing in your power. Why are you standing in your power? Something to do with the family. What is it to do with the family? Well, this person let you go with the Three of Cups, with the Three of Wands. And why did they let you go? Well, it might be with the Hermit card. They had other things that they were concentrating on. A new friend. And a snake. Snakes can represent either women or men. So for some of you guys, you might be entertaining somebody coming back to you. For some of you guys, you might just have the confidence to let that individual go. Okay, that is your reading, your mid-month reading, Scorpio, for August, the last 2 weeks in August. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll speak to you guys really soon. Take